Oh, it doesn't matter. I was about to be like, I don't have my headphones in, but it doesn't matter because I'm not talking to anybody, which is awesome. But it also kind of sucks because then I can't listen to music. But I'll turn music on for you guys. I literally just jumped on, no planning really today. Kind of sloshed, tired, which is interesting. I've been running on pure adrenaline for the past couple days. So, you know, it's been interesting. I've been working a lot on this Twitch show that we're doing with Peter Gabriel coming up, and been learning all of like the cool OBS stuff because I use Restream, and I was kind of like, oh, maybe I should do that for this. And then I was like, nah, you need to like plan things out to use OBS. You need to have things planned out. You need to have like scenes and know what you're doing. And that's not what this show is about. I never know what I'm doing. I never know what I'm going to do. And so, you know, it wouldn't help me at all. That's why we're this. So yeah, hopefully that little bit of music is great. I'll put some music on for me. So for those of you who don't know, and maybe watching this at a later time, my name is Lee. I'm an AI artist / AI dabbler, I guess. I am starting to even use it for some writing stuff, which we did last week, which is so fun. And I have not had that much chance to play with that more. Even though there were some like little tips that I learned from their Slack channel that I should tell you guys about, which I might do. But today I'm probably just going to start off kind of working on like a personal project a little bit. And with some NeRF stuff. And then while we're waiting for that to render, I will probably just go play with Clipdrop's Reimagine tool because they dropped something and I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. And maybe jump in and we can play with Adobe because they dropped their freaking crazy expand outcropping tool last week as well, which is mind-blowing. And kind of show you some tips and tricks that it's not really tips and tricks. Everyone could probably pick it up within 5 minutes of learning it. But yeah, so that's kind of how this show goes. We usually don't have an exact thing that we're doing. Sometimes we do, but usually it's kind of just coming on, playing with new tools, figuring them out, and sort of hanging out together and being okay with the fact that, you know, sometimes these things are hard and sometimes we bang our heads against the wall and sometimes things don't work out, and that's all okay. That's all freaking okay because we're all just here working and doing things. So that's the spiel. I'm here to look stupid so that you don't have to. We'll figure it out, etc., etc. Last week we delved into sudowrite, which was so much fun. I highly recommend going back and watching that stream if you're interested in using writing apps for writing long form things like novels, etc., like that. It's really kind of a frontier in AI right now where things are just kind of picking up and getting cool, unlike sort of like the art scene where things have been pretty cool for a while. So that's exciting. And while I sort of wait to see if people actually trickle in, I'm going to put some music on for myself because I'm kind of tired. As I said before, I'm kind of tired. And then I'm going to... Oh, I was like, there's music already playing? What? But it's not. It was the music that you guys are listening to, which I would love to have an option. Like they have a Discord where you can just like share what you're listening to on Spotify, but they don't have one. So, because it's Twitch, which is stupid. stupid. I legit don't know if I can. How do I do this usually where I have music playing for you guys, but I don't listen to it? I don't know how. And my Spotify is also not working. Or it is, but then I have to go, oh, so this is what happens because now I'm jumping back and forth between OBS and restreaming. Shit is getting crazy. Headphones. Can I just turn this off? Can I put that in that? And then I can't hear it? Oh, sweet. Nice. But I should be able to hear my Spotify now. See, that's what this is about. It's about, you know, not preparing for anything beforehand. Because not all of us have time, all right? We work hard during the day. We say we're going to come start streaming at 6. What that really means is we're going to come start streaming, then we're going to set things up for 10 minutes while people don't watch and nobody shows up because everyone knows what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Okay, so I also, you can't see it because my light is reflecting in it, but I put up my wonderful, the Satea, which I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a Name of the Wind reference. Go read the books. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start working. I'm gonna share my screen, and then if people come in, they can chat. Other than that, I'll just tell you what I'm doing. So I took a NeRF earlier using Luma AI, and is tight. And I'm gonna share my little window with you. Oh, see how cute. Just my little phone that I have attached. Gosh, I hope I don't show anything embarrassing. Okay, so I'm gonna go into, I basically took a Luma and of my bathroom because I had this idea that I wanted to show my mom like the full bathroom, and I was like, oh, maybe I could take a Luma, but I stood in the middle and I went around, and as you can see, there's a lot of like this weird stuff that then it interpreted for basically me because it didn't get a shot of me as I was turning around myself as opposed to having someone outside turning around me, which was an interesting experiment, and I wanted to see what happened, and it was kind of cool. So it made these little blobbies in the middle. And then I have been doing a falsetto on the highest times. I should do OBS. Okay, anyway, so, and then I mean, guys, and it's such a pretty color, and I put these shelves in. Ooh. Anyway, I've done a lot of AI animations in the past, where I did a series called Do You Love Me Now? And it had a lot to do with how we present ourselves on social media and like selfies and things like that. And I did this one of kind of like a time-lapse thing of a woman looking in a mirror, taking a selfie in a mirror. And then like as the selfies progress, anyway, whatever. It was a thing, the selfies progressed, you know, of like losing too much weight and taking pills and drinking and all the stuff that was happening like behind the scenes while she was just like smiling, taking a selfie. And so I was kind of like, oh, look, I am sort of, it's sort of showing a very similar thing. And I wonder if I can do something kind of similar-esque, but with this NeRF thing. So this is the NeRF, and when you go into the app, it kind of shows like this, and then you can sort of make a custom, oh, sorry, I'll go back. And I've done one of these before, so you can go back and look at that too to see the whole thing, but I'm just gonna hit reshoot, which is this little camera icon in the background. And then I'm gonna hit custom. And you can do different sizes, and maybe I'll keep it a 1x1, just so that it, I don't know, whatever. And then you have to kind of choose how we want this to be shot. So like, do I want it to, I probably want it to end on the person in the mirror, even though that person in the mirror is very blobby. And this might be as close as, why wouldn't it let me go closer? Let me go, oh, interesting. Entertainers and keep the entertainers light. So how would I want to start this? I usually like to start them outside of the scene. So there's a lot of like goop. The thing that's really annoying about this that I haven't figured out how to do, which I really want to do, and maybe I'll do a thing on that at some point, is how to export these so that I could render them in Blender. Because when I render them here, and if anyone wants to come on at some time, maybe I should just go on Twitter right now. Bill Wall, who wants to come on, does these on freaking Blender. I tried to output them once and I had it. It does these really cool like essences of what the other side of the NeRF shows, and it shows that in here. But when you render this, it's going to be basically just white when you render it in this program. But I think if you take it out into, oh damn, look, we can come through the mirror. That's fun. Let's do that. Okay, so let's come through the mirror. So you click on this, and I mean, I might not ever be, I don't think it's going to pick up that it's Batman. I have a picture of Batman on my thing. It's Batman and it's Catwoman, and they're in a little bubble bath together. It's very classy. Okay, so basically then I'm just going to add a keyframe. I'm going to zoom in and go. How do I want to do this? So I'll go, so if I go this way, and the camera kind of comes through, ooh, we want to get a little bit out into the thing. So we've come through the mirror. It's gonna be hard to make a long video of this. There's not a lot of room to play with. Okay, I'm actually going to back up because I want more to play with. So I'm going to make a keyframe, flip it so that it's kind of like, so now we've gone closer, right? But we flipped. So I'm going to add a keyframe. And I'm going to flip it again, add a keyframe there, and then I'm gonna come out and ooh, spinny that way. Add another keyframe there. I'm only at 6 seconds. Let's, okay, I don't want to go. It's rewriting itself for me. Okay. No, I don't want to go out. Oh no, this is hard. I'm doing this all with my little fingies. I should, I could probably do it on the app. Yes, okay, great. I see my trajectory now. Okay, so I'm gonna pull back, pull up, pull around. Pull like this. This could be interesting. I don't want to go out too much. This is really hard because the room is quite small. So then I'm going to spin. It might end up going through all that stuff, but that's fine. I'll add a keyframe there first. Hello, hello. Sorry, I was looking at my phone, so I wasn't doing this. So this is Luma AI. I can send you the little linky here. Hi. Ed. You're naturally attracted to me. And you can access this. Basically, it's just an app you can download onto your phone. And if you have an iPhone 11 or higher, you can take video right through the app, and it'll basically point you as to how like to best take the video of a space in order to create it into a 3D space. If you're still here, I don't know if you are, you might have jumped out because I wasn't telling you, but other people might want to ask. And then you, or if you have, okay, great, perfect. I'm glad that you're still here. But then if you have something, I only have an iPhone 8, so I take the video beforehand, and then you can just upload it into the app, and it will use your video to create a 3D environment. Now, as you can see, I like doing it this way because you get a lot of these, it gets very weird looking, and you get a lot of these artistic glitches that I particularly like. Yeah, but if you've seen the demos, they can be done like really well, really crisply, especially if you're using newer technology and if you're doing it better than I am doing. Like I did this backwards, not the way you're supposed to be doing it, in the way that I stood in the middle of the room and like went around myself, which is why you have all of these like glitches and stuff in the middle, because it obviously the camera didn't see it, so it didn't know it was there. Yeah, I totally agree, Ed. I think the glitches can look cooler than the perfect versions myself. That's why I really try to get them. So now I'm just in there and I'm just doing like a reshoot of the thing. So I'm setting up how I want the camera to move through the environment for a video. And now I've lost what I'm going to do. So I think I'm over here somewhere. And I'm doing it on my phone because I like the control better than on the desktop app, but you can also do it on the desktop app. Okay, so this is where my last camera shot was. Yeah, I think you're thinking of, and I know exactly who you're thinking of, who did it, that demo of walking down the street, and it was really cool. That, or actually, I don't know what you're thinking of. It could have been two, actually. Because Ruben, I think, does one that's really cool, where he takes them out into Blender and he like really goes into the glitches and they kind of like fall apart and dissolve, and it's really cool. Don't know how to do that yet. Maybe they want to come on and show me. Okay, so this is where my last camera was, and it was kind of pointing this way. So I'm going to kind of pull it around and go back this way. And then I want to end it by, I love how I don't have a, it's really hard in this space too, because the space is so small, so it's hard to maneuver. So I kind of flew out of the mirror. Oh, you know what? Maybe we'll just keep going out this way. And we'll do like a little spinny. Will that be crazy? I don't know how many keyframes I have left. And then we'll spinny again, and we'll go back in and through this stuff. And then I want to, ask what you think about me. Kind of get it lined up. So, and for some reason I can't get close to that. I want to get it lined up so that it kind of looks like a person in the mirror. And it's interesting to try to do this. And I think I'll just move. Okay, like this. Move over. Ah, damn. Oh, perfect. Because I want it to kind of be centered. So it looks obviously like a bathroom mirror. And then I'm going to see if I can flip it again. And then I'm just going to go, and we're going to go out through the ceiling. Maybe I gotta double click this. This thing's going to be so crazy. I gotta go out somehow. It's very wrapped around itself. I'm not sure if it's gonna. Okay, just going out somewhere. We're gonna come all the way out, 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 all the way out. I found it easier in mobile just because it's faster. I think it's like oh, I can't make a keyframe here. Damn it. I have to go back and delete the keyframe. Oh, well, whatever. We'll render it. It's not going to go out all the way, but that's it. Render, yes. 18 seconds. I find it easier because it's faster in mobile, for me at least. And I'm not sure if that's because, like, I honestly don't know why that is. I find that the online UI is it chugs a little bit, and that just annoys me, so I don't use it. But it's probably actually a little bit easier. If you're okay with it chugging along a little bit, it's probably a little bit easier to use on the online one, just because it's bigger and you can like use the mouse thing to really click exactly where you want the camera to be. I'm just impatient. It's not a good reason. But I was just trying it, everyone should try it out for themselves, see what they want. Okay, so that's probably going to take about 30 minutes to render, which is fine, because while it's rendering, I'm kind of going to go back. And we can play with a couple things. Good, Jessica, WJ, while we're waiting. So 2 things came out last week. There was Clipdrop Reimagined, and then there was Adobe's outpainting feature, which was amazing. But I have not played with Clipdrop Reimagined yet at all, which is terrible. I should, since I work for them, but or work with them, I guess. But I haven't had to try it. I know the Adobe stuff is so cool. I made like a bunch of like fan art. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting when finally somebody like Adobe jumps on board, and I think it's really interesting the way that they do it too, because they don't like really push. Well, Twitter hates it, but also in another way, like people don't, because they're like, oh, well, Adobe's doing it. I think it swayed some people. I don't know, but it's interesting. I also am on Twitter, but I refrain from engaging in a lot of those more incendiary conversations, because life's short. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me think. Where am I at Clipdrop? I think Clipdrop's just like a regular person thing. So I'm just going to, I hope I don't need a account. I think I can just go on through here. So let me share that screen instead. That's crazy. I love that. I love taking like, yeah, like stuff that's already out there and like reimagining them in ways that are new and fun and interesting. I would love to see that tweet, actually. I'll look it up. Whoa. I only used it to make Name of the Winds fan art, so no one had a problem with that. Because there wasn't anything anyway. Okay, great. So let's just go to Clipdrop. It is a really good use case. It was so much fun. And if I do it tonight, I'm probably going to do the same thing. Make something and okay. Okay, this is good to, okay, try for free. So Clipdrop's cool. It's got a lot of very easy to use like things for people who, you know, don't really know a lot about AI and maybe just kind of like jumping in. It's a nice little use case thing. This is the thing that they dropped this week, which they already had a reimagined thing, but now they're doing it with SDXL. And this is basically just like, oh, cool. Twitter thread. Oh, I have to open up my other. I have to pop out my Twitch window to click on that. My Twitch chat. Dun, dun, dun. Which, in order to do that, I have to go to my creator dashboard, and then I have to go to my chat window, and then I have to link it out. Together. Ooh, let's look at it. Fun. I mean, it just made the warehouse bigger. But no, it doesn't do more. Is that all he did? Oh, he made it really wide. Oh, then, or is there more in the thread? Oh, I get it. It is more in the thread. That makes sense. That in the background. I mean, he picked some easy scenes. It's easy scenes. It's just like a larger thing. Let's see what it is. Ooh, okay. Love it. Love it. Quint. That's fun. Ugh, yeah, that's crazy. I'm sure not all of them were, but yes, people are. Well, this will be a good one. He's able to get a pretty good thing. I think he's doing what I was doing before. You have to start. You can't do it that with just one big thing. This is great. Paramount. Please do the Paramount logo. Oh, 100%. It does a pretty, oh yes, the Paramount logo. I mean, come on, that is fun. Need anyone working? Whatever, dude. Look, I'm retweeting it. I love it. Very cool. Follow. Love it. Okay. I'm like obsessed with people that are using AI in film and stuff right now. Okay, so I heard, okay, so let's do two things. Let's jump into Midjourney just so we can make something for this, I guess. Ugh, why? I have to log in? Why am I not logged in? Log in. Oh, authentication code. This is what happens when you don't prepare for shit. It's really exciting. It's interesting, is the song I'm listening to right now is literally saying, get your shit together. Get your shit together at your pity party. All right, I need to open my authenticator. Which is where now? Okay, there it is. Okay, cool. All right, cool, great, awesome, I love it. Let me just go and find Midjourney. Okay, cool, interesting. All right, so people were talking while that happened. I apologize that I wasn't paying attention because I was doing other stuff. Oh, let me do this. Let me pull this out over here. Okay, great. Let's see. Apparently it does not do great with film footage. So let's just go ahead and see if it does that. Or with like photorealistic stuff. Universe is always sending me a message. Always sending me a message, Ed. It's always sending me a message. That's the song I'm listening to now. Don't know what it's trying to tell me. Just going to save that as just a random thing. And then let's do like a really easy like illustration of something, because apparently it's going to do it. Oh, you know what? We're just going to stay on the Name of the Wind's freaking love. Let's do. I ruined it. What was I? Where was he at when I'm rereading the books right now? Where was he at when the thing that I was just doing? Okay. With actually, I'll do 101. That's fine. It doesn't have to be AR-16. I don't know what Clipdrop could do. It probably can't do an AR-16. Honestly, I fell in love with. You've never heard of The Name of the Wind, or you've never read it? Stop watching this. Go read it. It's like my favorite series ever, freaking ever. And when I found out that Midjourney knew Quote, which is the KVOTHE, knew what he looked like, I fell in love a little bit. I mean, I'm a huge Stability fan, but if I type that in Stability, it does not know who he is. And now I can just make coat art all day long. It's amazing. Not gonna lie. So we'll wait for that to do. But while we're waiting to do it, we'll drag some other stuff in here and just see how it does, because that's all we're doing is we're just testing it out. So let's put in this one, which is this. Let's see how it does. Not well. I know they do fandoms. I mean, to be fair, I think that this fandom is not. I was surprised when it did it, because I was just like, holy shit, I can't believe it knows it. Okay, so this is what I heard. I heard that it doesn't do photorealistic stuff very well. And it is very true. It does not do photorealistic stuff very well. I mean, I think the thing that we're still struggling with is really like the CFG scales and stuff like that too. Like I started with something that was very neon-y, very like saturated already, and since we get saturations out already, so it doesn't do a good job with that. I mean, what else might it work with? I'm just filling time while let's try something crazy. This is a piece I made. Let's see how it does. What would be really cool is if it could. Oh, Lord in heaven. Okay. I mean, interesting. Are there any settings or anything on this? No, it's just literally click and drop. I was going to say this would be an interesting way to, yeah, be able to make maybe images to make like a data set for a training. Like if you had an image, so like this image that I had, was a one-off image. I couldn't recreate it. I couldn't recreate the style. And if there was something like that you had and you're like, oh, I'd love to just be able to, but it didn't do a very good job. I mean, interesting. Okay. You know, not thrilled. I bet if I used one of their examples, it would do really good, though. I mean, pretty good. Still struggles. It still definitely struggles with photorealism. Okay, so let me see what it did. I don't like any of these. Where was I doing my other code ones? Maybe it was in this server. Ah! So this is an illustration. Let's see if it does any better with that. It does keep the ratio, which is interesting. This is after he dies. After his parents die and he's in the woods and he's playing his... Oh! I mean, you kind of know. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Forget I said anything. Forget, he doesn't, this is not, yeah, you know what I mean? Oh, wow, it's having a hard time. Unless I ran out of it. Anyway. Thinking about it. It's definitely thinking about it. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of sitting around and waiting for things to do things. Did it do it? It did do it. Well, my Luma thing finished, so maybe we'll just go do that. I don't love it. Not gonna lie, I don't love it. There is more to reading a book than just plot, and it is a great book. Definitely did a better job here. Pseudo, sorta. Still really struggling. Still struggling. Not. I mean, okay. I don't know. Okay, it can do landscapes really pretty well, fairly well. I don't know. All right, and this is when I'd be like, okay, cool. Probably won't use you for anything. That's how I feel. I don't know. Other people go try it out. Especially since I don't have any setting on it. Okay, so, but anyway, this, my thing finished, and it's not fabulous, but I'm going to download it anyway, and I'm going to use it for basically, I have to go on my Twitter to show you what I'm going to do. We're not going to get there, but so I've done a couple of these. Kyber thing through, run a NeRF through Kyber, and then last week I let me just scroll all the way down through my shit. I did a Kyber I did a NeRF to deform to control net to Kyber to photomosh. So I was going to kind of show what I did with that and sort of work on Well, people watch, which is awkward and weird, but that's what I'm gonna do. Because I didn't make any other plan. I could have done sudowrite, but I didn't feel like it. Okay, so let me. I don't need this anymore. You were great. Okay. Don't need a crash report. Okay. I'm gonna go to Luma on my computer now because I have it on my computer. I'm gonna log in off screen. I'm gonna pull it over here. Now I probably would redo this one, but why isn't it working? Why can't I? What the fuck? This is why I don't like the desktop version, because I want to see all my versions, not this version. Damn it, this is annoying. Okay, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use my phone. I'm going to send it to my Creative Cloud. Because we live in a world of technology. All right, let me see here. I have to go to my photos. I don't say it yet. I'm going to save it. Actually, I can't say this to Creative Cloud. Y'all, this, ooh, what does this do? No, I don't want to delete it. Renders. Never mind, guys. It's actually a great desktop program. I'm just stupid and I don't know how to use things. I'm going to download it here. Okay. And then I'm going to go to my GitHub and I'm going to run my automatic 111, get it up and loaded. If you're wondering what I'm listening to right now, yeah, 100%. Which is why I love streaming myself about it, because we all feel this way all the time. If you guys want to know what I'm listening to, am I allowed to show this? I don't fucking know. It's HYCYBH by Tom Candy. You guys can go listen to it. Shoulder to cry on a chicken butthole. Shit up out of mud hole. Okay, great, it's ready. And people can judge me for liking this song. I don't care. I love it. I think it's a lot of fun. Okay, Stable Diffusion, huzzah! So last week I got my 3090 set up. That's right. This girl's got a 3090. So I started playing with Deform in this place, which I had never been able to do before. And that's how that other piece got created. So I'm just going to show you what I did, which is basically Not a lot. I have not done a lot of like testing in here yet. Because it's fucking complicated and it's confusing, and sometimes the best things are not knowing how to do it. So I basically did what I like to do just when I'm regularly making images. Someone chat at me or something? Nope. It was expensive. I mean, it was like $1,500. But I can expense it. I can write it off on my taxes. That's what I told myself as I pressed the button to pay for it. Voice in my head saying, run, Stevie, do what you can. All right. Okay, so basically I just set it up. I like Euler A. I mean, who doesn't? Is the best one. Steps 50. I went a little crazy because now that I have a 3090, I was like, I'll do 768 by 768. So that's just like my usual thing. I could probably make it go a lot faster if I took this down to 25. Actually, I think I did 30. We took this down to like 25-esque, and I obviously made this 512 by 512, but guess what? I'm not gonna, because I'm a glutton. I'm a glutton and I'm gonna do it. Okay, so I did video input because I have a video input, right? I used the NeRF thing. So I'm gonna have to redo all of this because I usually do go into Runway and get rid of the logo. Just now that I'm thinking about it, possibly illegal. Oh, well. Okay, so I do wrap. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I know people who make deform. They've explained it to me. I don't remember what they said the technical jargon is. I just thought when they told me, I was like, that makes more sense to me. I like that. And I now just continue to use wrap. Great. I'm glad that you all tuned in, and I could be super helpful for you to understand what this stuff means. This I can tell you what it means, but it also tells you right up here, if you can read it, it just says the amount of presence of the previous frame that influences the next frame. So I did my last one at 65, which is why it makes it really glitchy, like the way that it was, which I also was like kind of not into, but then I kind of was into, and now I kind of want to continue to do it that way. So I'm going to leave it at 65. If I went higher to like 95 or something, then you wouldn't get those like really, this is still up here. It would be more like this, which is just Kyber, where it's very like fluid and it definitely like keeps what the original image was and stuff like that, versus and I'm gonna scroll through all of this again, versus this, which you can see how different each keyframe is. It's like very different. It's not following it. It's like putting rando faces in here. It's very flickery and glitchy and stuff, but I also kind of fucking loved it, so I'm gonna do another one like that. That's what I want to do. So I kept the noise schedule. Okay, so CFG I kept at 7, I think. All of this is the same. Motion, you don't have anything. Coherence, I went into coherence and I changed it to video input. So that's basically it's making sure that the color coherence is the same across the animation, using the video input as its color thing, I guess. Obviously, if you're not using a video input, you do other stuff, but I haven't done that yet, or I haven't done it in a long time. I didn't mess with the noise, and I didn't mess with the anti-blur. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff you could do. Seed, left it iterative. Again, I could have done fixed, but I decided to do iterative. which just means that the seed will increment by 1, whereas fixed would mean the seed will remain exactly the same for each thing that you do. Obviously, apparently iterative makes it a little bit smoother. I don't know. Random obviously would make it like super rando. I have no idea what the fuck subseed is. Steps. I didn't do that. I didn't do this. I mean, this is cool stuff, right? Like I could enable a different sampler at different keyframes if I wanted to. I could enable different models at different keyframes if I wanted to. So if like halfway through the film, I wanted to suddenly turn to like, watercolor model or whatever, I could do that. But that's fine. So I'm going to keep it the way that it is. And I'm going to go to my prompts. And I'm going to start off with, where are we starting? We're starting, how does this look again? So I kind of look at it and I just make it and now I have to go grab the style prompt that I want, which means I have to go into, not you. I have to go into a different screen. I have like 5 freaking Gmail accounts. It's insane. Okay. My videos. I'm just off screen grabbing a prompt that's a little scary to share actually. But there you go. So this will be my first one, which I'll change later because I like to iterate on stuff. But my first run, I'm going to do this prompt. And then I guess I'll do, I didn't get rid of my frame, so I didn't actually check to see. But I'm going to have it change partway through the frame anyway. Of I, was it I2? And I'm going to keep this, the style part the same, but I'm just going to change I don't really know why I want a museum. It's just because they had the frames on there. See what happens when it does that. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Negative prompts. I'm just going to grab a negative prompt. Yeah, the prompt isn't scary. It's just scary to share it because I've been using it a lot lately and it's kind of a current style of mine. But, you know, fucking whatever. It's not going to be like that forever. And it's just the first one in the series. So people can take it and they can make fun things out of it if they want to. If anyone ever sees it. Okay, so I'm just going to grab like a I don't know, like a random negative prompt that I have somewhere. Bum, 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 na 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 na, dun 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 na na na, dun 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 na na na. This is an old one. Let's see what else would I want in there. Ba na 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 na. Okay, and that's it, right? Oh no, I have to put my initial video in there. Okay, great. So you put your prompts in, great, fabulous, awesome, love. Oh, and just so you know, this is keyframes. So you can do multiple prompts on a video for people who might be watching this later and don't know what that means. So basically it's saying after 30 keyframes, so basically the way like a video is, you know, if you think about like old timey animations, videos are the same way where each a video is just a bunch of keyframes. Like if you think about a flip book, it's like that kind of thing. A video is just a bunch of keyframes that are stuck together really fast to make it look like it's moving. You can export your keyframes by like, there's tons of apps that you can use. Just look up, how can I export keyframes? If you want to take keyframes out, so if you want to take a video and like make them into a bunch of keyframes so you could do a better job of figuring out where your prompts want to change, you can do that, so that then you can like go through, like an 18-second video is probably going to be like 500 images, and you just kind of like go through the images and see, okay, at like image 150 is where like my video is switching from like the ground to a face, and so then I'm going to change the prompt to be more like a face. I like my prompts to like have things in there that aren't in the video, because then you get these weird things that pop up, because it's like trying to put things in there that aren't in there. So I usually don't really follow them very closely, but if you wanted to, you could do that, I guess. Okay, so the path to my video. That's really a question. Where did I download it? And what was it called? What was its name and where did I download it? Was it my desktop? Did I name it something conventional? I named it A Bathroom. I mean, smart. Okay. So you're just gonna go in here. I'm gonna put my, that's not the path. That's not the path. I'm also really bad at this. I don't want to copy this. I want to click on this. No, I don't want to do that. I want to click on this. I know there's a faster way to do this, but I don't know how. And people have told me, but I don't remember. So I'm doing it the slow way. Ha ha ha. I'm leaving all of that. I'm not going to use a mask. And this is something that, God, I have to figure out at some point, but I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm just trying to make this again. Okay, so I'm going to use Control Net. I'm going to do canny and depth. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, I don't either. I just went in and I played with Control Net when it first came out, and these were the models that I liked the best, and now you can build them up on top of each other. I mean, look at this. There's like 50 of them. I have not played with all of them yet. Maybe I should just do that. In fact, I should have a fucking thing where I just play with the new deforum stuff. But I don't. I also have no idea if you have to put your video here or not, so I just do. Actually, I don't know if I did the first time. Yeah, pretty much. It's embarrassing. But Ed knows what I'm talking about. Ed, it's all about mashing, button mashing, and I art the way I play video games. Okay, so with great intention, but bad. Yeah, I know. I think that is how we all play with them, which is great, which is why I love this community so much when you get to know it. I think people who first come in can feel bad. I mean, it's one of the reasons I do this show is they'll feel bad because they'll be like, I should know more. I can't figure it out. And it's like, nah, y'all, I've been doing this for a year and a half and it's still just play. Just play with it and figure it out as you go. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm not doing anything with that. And my output, I'm gonna not do, you can do an interpolation, but I'm not gonna do an interpolation because I'm gonna do that later when I run it through Kyber. I want it to be jerky. I want it to give me a seizure. I want it to give me a seizure. The rose, plucked the rose. And you can add a soundtrack. I wonder what that does. Does it make it audio reactive? Well, I can't imagine that it does. Maybe that's just to save people who don't have a way to add a soundtrack afterwards. I mean, we could try it and see what happens. I think I have something. La 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 la, Charisse la la, la 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 la, Charisse la la. Now that didn't work though because I have to. Oh my God, is that the name of the file? I mean, let's see it. I guess let's figure out and see what happens. Oh, I don't know. Oh, you can make it a GIF? Move to the city. And I agree, she's pretty. Only on your second day. I'm in the hallway. Down to the nitty gritty. I'm not gonna make it a GIF. Okay, so we're just gonna start generating and see what happens, I guess. Oh, there she goes. Got a thing with it. This is me not really knowing the words to a song. Trouble, trouble, trouble is polyamorous. Trouble. And you know what happens now is now it fucking goes and I have to go to my little thingy. Well, let's see what it's doing. First of all, it's working. Said an error, but it didn't. Take you down the line. Different if you think with it. Okay, it's doing things. Oh, maybe this is too much for my computer. There she goes. Got a thing for it? Oh, it's slow. Oh, I don't know. I wonder if I'm still streaming. It's... Ah! Maybe this is too much. I'm still here. That's good. It's definitely having a little bit of an unhappy fit up on the here though. Okay, you can kind of see what it's doing here. Cool. Well, that's good to know. It's going super slow. 3 hours. 65. Have the nerve for this. There she goes. She's got a thing for it. Huh. Trouble, trouble, the trouble, the trouble. I should have gotten rid of this. I don't know, maybe the control net might have made it too controlled. It's doing like a, okay, here it goes. It's doing like a really good job of making it look like fucking, where did I put my prompt? Poly is polyamorous. A portal into your soul. I guess that wasn't very... You can't see it, like it doesn't show me the final, like, so you only kind of see this like blurry version. But it's almost like too on point. I don't think I like it. Don't think I like it. Can interrupt it. I don't like it. I'm gonna just do, yeah. Well, let's look now that I stopped it. Let's see what it was doing. Because I think it was it was freaking out and it wouldn't let me. Maybe it still won't let me. Okay, cool. Let's take a look-see. Oh, I was also doing the music. It does play the music, doesn't it? Okay, it's kind of interesting, actually. Maybe I'll leave it. I'm going to turn the music off, though. It doesn't seem to be doing anything with the music. And I wonder if that's making it more... He fights for peace. Never fights for the wrong reason. I like that so far, too. I'm glad that I looked at it. So I'm going to run it again. No 4 seasons. What is he fighting for? The real seems a little dubious. Okay. I could start it from where I stopped, but I'm just going to start it again. And we'll see how I do it. And if I was like a cool streamer and I prepared for these things, I would have done all of this beforehand and I would have pre-baked an animation, which I did not. So we're probably not going to even get to the next part of this exercise because it's probably going to take the next hour for this to run while I'm streaming this. It is. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I don't know. I'm gonna take my music out for a second so that I can think about this. What do I want to do for the next hour before I have to eat dinner? First thing I want to do is turn my AC on because it's hot in here. Or do I just want to open the window? I mean, that's a little, I definitely would be testing everyone's love due to your cars and shit, but at the same time, just a little breeze would be nice. Lovely, lovely. How terrible was that? It's true, in life, you just have to wing it. Let me know if that sound is super annoying or not. Yes, there is a song, and it's not That's Life, but there is a song that makes me think of. Okay, so I could just play with Adobe and make just random stuff, or I could go back to sudowrite. Awesome. Fabulous. Love it. I love that the sound is, and it's not picking up the road outside. Go back to sudowrite? Okay, let's do it. Let's freaking do it. What account do I go on to sudowrite with? Is this one? I think it's this one. Wait a second. Why is this in my brain? Isn't this great? I like accidentally copied this over from Claude. Okay. So last week we did a bunch of, I basically walked through setting all of this up. Then over this past week, that stream was fun. And this is really fun. And it's really interesting because over this past week, I watched a very brief video on there. So if you guys are interested in sudowrite, I highly suggest checking out their Slack. They don't have a Discord because, you know, they're awesome. And I mean that in all sincerity because Discord is kind of the bane of my existence. I mean, I'm kind of coming around to it. I sort of understand it. But yes, they have a Slack where anyone can go check it out. And they share these little tips, and they were doing tips about this style thing. And I was fascinated because I have not really thought about prompt engineering the way that you prompt for like art. I've never really thought about doing that for writing, basically, for LLMs. I prompt, you know, very, very kind of like Mid-Journey style with like ChatGPT, where I'm just like very specific and I'm just very much like, you know, act as an editor and like help me edit this thing that I'm writing, et cetera, et cetera. I don't really think about it the way that they were thinking about it, which was basically you use this style thing as a prompt the way you would with art. And when you put in different things, you really get different outputs in the way that it writes its prose. I mean, you can see just here like how much, oh crap, and of course I didn't mark which was, oh, I did. I've marked the style, the different things that I did, though I screwed it up because I had a thing. So what, actually, let's do this and I'll waste some stuff with it. So I'm going to show you by running this one again, and I'm going to run it with a really different style output, and you can kind of see how much of a difference it really makes. And I could spend a lot of time, I feel like I started doing it this week a little bit, where I could spend a lot of time like really trying to nail down my writing style through a prompt and have it like come out like really close to the way that I write or something. I don't know if I will end up doing that anyway, just because I've not played around with it for writing prose. So this basically uses Claude. That's what this most accurate one is. So that's like the model that it's using. what it's pulling from. Basically, what sudowrite is doing is it's kind of allowing you to more easily like mush together information, but it is using Claude in the background. And I think like legitimately, I read after I put in, so this is also what I did. Let me go to post. So I have been using Claude's 100K to work on this along with sudowrite. And that's kind of what they suggested to do as well, especially when I was trying to make this prompt. So something good. Okay, so I actually, and this is what they suggested to do. So I was like, well, maybe I can try to find a way for it to use my writing style. So what I did was, oh my gosh, I put in so much. So I used this prompt that they gave in this little tutorial that they were giving. And it was just saying, describe the writing style of the sample below taken from the first chapter draft of a science fiction romance YA novel. Describe the writing style to assist in future AI prompts to generate fiction words in a similar style as the sample below. And I just took, they said like put 500 words or something, but I think I put like, I don't know how many I put, like 7,000. I don't know. I put a bunch. I just took like a really big chunk of something that I wrote from one character's point of view. And you know what? I will read this to you because it made me feel pretty good about myself. Do you want to see what I was like? This is like it's saying good things about me. And I was like, all of those things I tried to do, and I feel really good about it. But it's an informal and conversational tone. The use of contractions, colloquial language, and sarcasm creates the feeling of an informal chat with a friend. I know the AI likes me. It was being really nice. I'm descriptive and figurative. I'm humorous at times. Okay, now I read this the first time, but now that I'm reading it now, it's not as good. I think I just saw humorous and introspective. I didn't see the humorous at times and somewhat introspective. But the narrator reflects on her emotions, motivations, relationships with Henry throughout the story. I reflect on things. A bit rambling, yes, 100%. I dive hard into that, obviously. If anyone knows me, I'm a rambling freak. Flawed and human, I mean, also, come on, it's like my thing. It's what I love. And it like picked up on that. That's so cool. I acknowledge and even exaggerate my own flaws and my social awkwardness. So I was like, it gets me. And I felt really good about it because I was like, those are all the things that, yeah. It was humorous at times. What do you mean at least it wasn't humorous at times? Oh, like it didn't have a ... It should have had a ... because I use ... all the time. I use ellipses so much. So yeah. But then anyway, I did it again and I asked it how it was different from, that's true. I didn't have the ellipses. I wasn't making a point. So then I did it again and I said, okay, how is this different from, how is this new sample that I'm giving you different? And I used a sample that I had written from a different character's point of view. Because in the book that I'm writing, there's different point of views. And I want to make sure that try to get the prompt to understand, to come up with a prompt that'll sort of embrace all of those point of views. Like, I don't know, it might be hard, but then I think what you can also do is because sudowrite, oh gosh, what am I doing? Is because sudowrite, you can change this. What you could do is for the chapters, that have different point of views, I could actually change the prompt, like the style prompt for it. Just knowing, you know, okay, I'm going into like chapter 3 or whatever, and for these beats, I'm in like a different thing. And so while I run it, I'm going to run with a different style prompt. Yeah, which is cool. But anyway, so I wanted to do it. I'd be interested, Ed, how you've been working with Claude yourself. Do you just do all of it basically in Claude? I was thinking of asking it. I tried to ask it once to write in the way of a sample that I gave it, and it did not do a very good job. And I feel like sudowrite did better with the prompt than Claude did with the sample. But anyway, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you could even change it for beats, which is interesting. It's really interesting. So I do a lot of world building with Claude too, or Claude's really been helping me to like build out the beats and stuff. Because obviously you can see like how much I've built out this beat. Because usually sudowrite only gives you like a little snippet, like it might give you like this much or something per beat or something. So anyway, I'll use up something to try a different. So I've been testing different prompts using that stuff that it gave me. Yeah, this is what I've learned too. I definitely made the mistake of not doing that a couple of times and really seeing like how it didn't do a great job. So I'm going to change some things about this prompt, and I'm going to try to see how much of if I like it or if I don't like it, or if it makes something different for me. I'm really trying to, so like the way that I write, it's almost like like a diary entry or like an interview, like almost as if someone was listening to an audio of an interview or something. It's very informal. It's very like staccato, stops and starts mid-thought, like that kind of stuff. And I'm having a really hard time coming up with language that would sort of cover that. So I thought autobiography, and that sort of worked. So maybe if I did like, I still have a couple words. Oh, that's an interesting thought. So if I had it compare my writing, would it be better to compare it to a writer that was quite different? Let's try that. So let me take this chunk. I can't even really think of. This is annoying. Ah! I want it to not. There's like this. Oh, I can move this. I have a little thing that says like where my screen is at. Okay, so take this. I'm gonna post this in here, and then I'm going to. Yeah, I totally like feel where you're coming from, Ed. I'm just wondering like the best way to ask it that. Using the, what did I say? What did they have me say? Using the excerpt Wi-Fi, God, YA sci-fi novel. And it's so interesting that this is what I get caught up on, because in a way it's not even what I want. I don't necessarily even want the AI to write it for me, the prose for me, because I actually really enjoy writing the prose stuff. The things that really like annoy me or get me caught is like the plot building and all that kind of stuff, which Claude has been amazing at. But there's also something about the challenge of like trying to learn how to talk to the AI better, and like how, if I could get something out of it that then I get distracted on. I should just be sitting quietly somewhere writing instead of doing this, but that's fine. Using the below excerpt from a YA sci-fi novel, can you describe the writing style, like in comparison? I feel like this might be in comparison to, what's his name? Well, if you want to be super clear about it, that's a great way to do it. I'm going to look up the name of the guy I want to compare it to, because I think that this person this book is kind of the closest thing to what I don't want the film. Patrick Ness. Compare the following text to the style of The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. And I don't want to just compare the following text. I want to compare the style, the writing style of the following text to that of someone's AC just turned on outside. It didn't do it with the other, we didn't compare it. Guys. I mean, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. Just hit me in the heart. Yeah. Okay, so it's just saying the things that it was saying before. Can you compare that style to that of the novel Knife of Never Letting Go? Okay, that's a good idea. Can you provide examples of similar writing styles in YA literature? I like that you said literature. I do appreciate that. No, bullshit. is not A Fault in Our Stars. No, it is not. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's just like A Fault in Our Stars. I don't know Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. Oh, I don't know if I can put my full thing in there though. I can't put my big example. I guess I could put less example. How many tokens can Claude Plus use? I mean, you really can't get a good... Okay, let's try that. No? It's going to be way too much. 9,000. All right, it's not terrible. Gotta go back up to my thing. Okay, so let's do it from... This is a science. I say fucking a lot. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, why is it so hard to scroll through stuff? Why is it so hard? Oh, oops, I put that thing at the top too. That's no good. Okay. Okay, copy. Nope. Claude. Paste. Why is it copying the whole thing? Guys, why does it suck so hard? I can't put all of this in there. I want to, but I can't. And now unless I have to do this. I mean, why? And then it's I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where I'm at. It's got to be good enough. Maybe that's too much. I don't know. Why is everything so hard? I just want it to be easy. I'm going to ask this question. Can you provide examples of similar writing styles to that of the below? Styles in YA literature. And I'm not even going to say YA literature because you know what? I'm not gonna box myself in like that. I could be the next. I don't know why Roman Polanski popped into my mind because he's not even a writer. Writing styles. I'm going to just do that of the below excerpt. Maybe Claude will be better. I love how this is just, yeah, lip thick, nice. I love how this has just become me trying to get the AI to compliment me, and we've degraded to that. I'm fine with that. read all of it. It didn't bump me out. Okay. All right. The Cloud Plus does do a little bit. It's still got a Fault in Our Stars, though. No, I'm rethinking my whole life. Fine. Gone Girl? I love Sean Green. Yeah. Chuck Pound? I don't know. I never know how to pronounce his name. But I'll take that. I didn't want to put a genre because I didn't want to box myself into a genre, but I could just say best books. I'm gonna do it. You guys think I'm not? Tell me that I should. Tell me, ChatGPT. Tell me that I should keep writing. Tell me my writing's amazing. Tell it to me. Tell it. Tell me that I'm just like this person. To the best books in the last. Ooh, differences. Got Gone Girl again. Look, it demonstrates a clever and twisted sense of humor. Okay. Stop. No. Conversation, compelling tone that draws the reader in. I mean, okay. Stop. Don't. I only have 2 similarities, though. The rest are differences. Very clear. Unlike Harry Potter, why are they lumping Harry Potter and The Handmaid's Tale into one thing? It lacks strong fantastical or speculative elements. Very true. And it's not set in a realistic or contemporary. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not. But that chunk is, I guess. It does not seem to be a true life account or have the same introspective quality focused on self-discovery and personal trait. I mean, 2 minutes before you were telling me that it was. And now you're telling me I'm not like Gone Girl? You're telling me I was like Gone Girl? I mean, it doesn't. I mean, I get it. You could be. It doesn't have unlike Harry Potter or Gone Girl, it doesn't have a clear plot, pacing, or widely commercial premise. So in other words, people won't want to read it. I mean, it's probably true. I'll take it. I do like some of the stuff that it said up here, though. So, quick, short sentences and fragments would be a good thing, I think, to put into a thing. I'll take out the poetic. I guess I wanted to be irreverent contemporary fiction. Never heard of that, but I like it. I mean, the problem is the thing that I'm giving it doesn't talk about the sci-fi aspects of the story, which is fine. It's fine. I think quick, short sentences and fragments is great. I think that that's tangential thought. And I think I had stream of consciousness in there before, and it didn't really. Do I have stream of consciousness in here? I probably don't need colloquial language. Quick, short sentences, sarcasm. I mean, I love all of these things. How many more can I have? Not that many. I'll do just conversational. I don't know. Maybe irreverent contemporary. What is irreverent contemporary fiction? Do I have to look this up? Or, you know what I should do? I should come down here. I should delete this one. I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to delete these two, and I'm going to ask it, now give me a list of, what did you say? Ed is really good at like style and genre. This list of styles and genres that these books would fit into. YA, science fiction. Romantic comedy. I don't think it's really a romantic comedy, but I do have a romantic in here. I do. I literally put sci-fi, romance, comedy. Okay. That's it. It was literally that. Those three things are what I already have in the genre. So great. Awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to rerun this with this thing, and then we'll read if it's that much different, if it made that much of a difference. I think I'm going to... It was also being busted the other day, where it was repeating itself a lot, and I don't know why it was doing that. But I'm going to generate this. No, cancel! God damn it. Okay. Restore. Don't want to generate up here. I always do that. I'm going to generate down here. I don't know. Oh, okay. This is a little bit better. Okay. A little bit better. It's definitely got the more staccato rhythm. Now, what's confusing is... Oh, I remember. I think it reads a paragraph like this as the next beat, even when it doesn't have a number. It's not reading the numbers. It's going to put the beat. And then it's getting confused. The story of Henry Cuthbert offers around the chain. Right. Henry wakes up and overhears. Maybe it doesn't. Let's do it. Yeah, okay. Pause. So, I think what it does, and I don't know why, so I'm going to try and fix this, is that if you have if you do this, it reads it as another beat. So if you're going to have long beats, it has to not have a double thing in it. Which sucks because, well, I didn't read this. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to get attached to it. So we're going to do that. Yeah. I think that might be it. I really do. Because I'm only doing 2 beats, so it only should do 2 beats. I haven't pushed into a 3rd beat yet. All this is just 2 fucking beats, y'all. Yikes! Okay, so I'm gonna restart it and see if that fixes it. Have I used up all my words yet? Have I used up all my words yet? Have I used up all my words yet? I like the beginning of the other one better. I like the beginning of the other one better, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take this. I'm just doing little style fucking tests. I'm gonna waste all my words doing style tests instead of writing this book, because let's face it, why haven't I written this book? Fear. That's why. Will I allow my interest in playing with AI shit give me an excuse to not write more? Yes, I will. So that's great. It tries to tie every 2 beats up with a nice bow, like the whole, yeah, it definitely does that. I've noticed that, and I don't like that. But again, I'm not going to be using this that much. I mean, let's give it a look-see here. No, crap. I really like the beginning of the other one. We'll read the beginning of the other one really fast, and then well, let's see if it's doing it. Oh, damn it! It's doing it again. Or it's separating it out into a 3rd beat. Stop! I don't want you to. I don't have 3 beats. Does it say? Do I say I have 2 beats? I'm not doing this right. I'm not. I wish someone could tell me why. Can you not do a paragraph in a beat? Does it have to be 1 paragraph? I mean, I could make it all 1 paragraph and be a little weird. I'll even follow this to make it more. I could try that. Is it too much information? Do you think I'm giving it too much information? Do you think maybe I'm giving it too much information? Could that be the problem? Probably. Where did your thing come from? I mean, if I had more information, the better, but maybe not. Yeah, you did? Damn. Maybe I have to split it up into more beats. I mean, what is a beat? Really? Okay, so yeah, where was it breaking it up? It was breaking it up at this when they have an awkward exchange with the sergeant still on the line. So I guess this is beat 2 then, and seeing embarrassed guesses around, the sergeant call. I guess it would be more like this would be the 2nd beat, because they're sergeant calls, right? So the sergeant calling would be a 2nd beat. These 2 don't have to be connected. The other 2 do. Okay, so as she answers, Henry wakes up and overhears Henry and Cass have an awkward silent exchange. They both know their superior cannot. I should have stopped it. Just a wasting words, just constantly wasting words. I wonder how many I have left. Probably not that many, because I only had like 9,000. I've written about 3,000 just now. Oh, it's so exciting. Well, we'll see if I can do this. Might be the end of my month for sudowrite, which is fine because, as we recognized before, I'm scared of actually diving into this and trying to finish it. And honestly, who has the fucking time? Okay, so great. So we're still only at 50% of my other thing, so we're not missing out on anything. Okay, so their sergeant calls, interrupts her thoughts, and what's really sucks about this is I'm not even like I'm not married to these beats. I'm just trying to get something out there, which is fine. Okay. I'm pretty sure I like made up these beats in the last one where I was just trying to fill shit in because I felt pressure. Okay. Henry Cass went off for silence exchange. They both know that she finds out. After Cass hangs up, Henry receives his own call summoning him to the raid. Henry Cass. I mean, would that be a good one? This is hard, guys. This is hard, y'all. And then you have to like do something like this. Cass hangs up. Henry receives his own call summoning him to the raid, which he has to pretend he doesn't know about because that's what happens. Already. Well, he knows about the phone call. Probably is not going to understand that. Both suddenly all this, they get ready, intense silence. Cass worries their work relation, maybe for Jenny. Harry wants to reassure her, doesn't know at the time. We can't put this in here because we don't know anything about Henry. That was also a thing that I forgot to do. He does agree for it. They meet each other's gaze briefly, and unspoken communication passing between them. For the moment, they push aside their personal complications. Cass worries sure. I mean, whatever. It's stupid, but whatever. It's fine. 4. 3 and 4 go together. Okay, then as they go to the warehouse, this is interesting. She remembers the early mornings they spent commuting to work together. Henry left in Lower Oxford to Lucia. Well, no wonder it's getting confused. I'm confused. Oh, wait. Oh God, okay, this is going so crazy. Okay. So then into 5. I mean, how many beats? I think this is enough beats. Maybe I just shouldn't do the rest of the beats. This is a lot of like thinking internally about her relationship with Henry. Okay, well, whatever. let's just generate the first 4 and see if it does it now. I've got it. Yeah. Yeah. Something I don't have. Yeah. Which I think I would get annoyed at this point, and I'd probably bash a lot of the stuff that had already given me from some of these previous things, and then like write it myself because it sort of gave me some ideas and stuff. So that's fine. I'm going to generate this, and at least I'll have some things. I'm going to stop it after. I just want to see if I understand. Oh my God, cancel. God damn it. Okay. Not gonna hit that generate button. Okay. I'm gonna restart, and I'm gonna stop it, and I'm just gonna read it and see if it actually did. Really likes me waking up in a haze. And it's not using the fun changes. It's doing it exactly the way that I was doing here, and I feel like I changed it. It's not reading it anymore, and it was changed. It changed it before, and it really understood what I changed, and now it's not understanding what I changed. I'm sad. I really liked that one it did a couple runs ago. It started off much different. I also don't know if sergeant is the right word. I mean, and this is not how I write. Oh, did it spell professionalism wrong? Oh no, it's just telling me I should put a Grammarly's helping out as we go. Okay. So what did I do? I did 1 to 2 was their sergeant calls, interrupts her thoughts, and then great, which is true. Yeah, and then it does this. Okay. So it's not really. So yeah, instead of like mushing them together, it's kind of like. I almost feel like it does a better job when it has. Yeah, because it's like wrapping it up. We have a job to do, and we'll do it together. Complications be damned. Kind of like a film noir. She walked to my office. She had legs for days. I'm not thrilled with it. Okay, we slide into our marked. Ooh, they have an unmarked vehicle. Nice little thing. I mean, it's true. Why would they have that one? I find myself lost in thoughts. We're missing our 10-year partnership. Almost early morning. It's remember our first case together. You spilled coffee all over our briefing notes. Great. I mean, sure. You called me Butterfingers for the rest of the day. Okay, I went off the rails somewhere with this prompt. Okay, I don't know why I went off the rails with the prompt, because if we go back to oh right, Henry's, but this one feels much more closer. As soon as the members of West End come rushing back, his lips on mine are laughter as we stumbled into the room. Glance over at him, still fast asleep beside me, sandy brown hair tousled across his forehead. Why do I always manage to make things so damn complicated? I don't know. The ringing phone pulls me away from my thoughts, mustering every ounce of professionalism I have left. I pick it up. It's really like in a thing. Agent Cass. I don't know, we can't find him. I don't know when. Oh, look at this! It's putting a lip season. Okay. I wonder if it's, yeah, it's learning. Oh, it did. Okay. When I hang up, suddenly Henry looks like he's about to say something, but then his phone starts ringing. He answers the door. Henry starts to clearly where they would say it. I wonder if it's like it's doing it almost exactly the same. Did I mess up something? Like, it's exactly the same, these runs. Exactly the same, exactly the same, exactly the same. I don't understand. Is the history messed up? No, it's just doing the exact same thing. Is it... Am I not supposed to hit restart? It's not doing it any differently. Well, I don't know. It's weird. And these two are very, very similar. Shit, I mumbled under my breath. Damn, I mutter under my breath trying to untangle sheets. Yeah, they're both generated using most accurate, so I'm using the same thing, but I changed. It's just interesting because, like with AI art, when you run something even with the exact same prompt, you're getting completely different shit. And so I guess with LLMs, it's not the same, or at least with the sudowrite thing, it doesn't seem to be the same. If you run the exact same beats, it's not giving you like different stuff, which is interesting. Anyway, that accomplished nothing, but I learned some things. I learned that your beats can't be long, and that it's not like AI art where it gives you different stuff. Yeah, if I did it with Best Pros, it would definitely be different. But I just think that that's an interesting thing to learn. I could create another one and these two. I don't think I like Best Pros though. It is really strange that it's exactly the same. God damn it. I swear to God, y'all. I wonder if I opened a completely different window. Jesus Christ, it's like really similar. I wonder if I've over... It's like the same thing. I wake up with a start. I wake up with a... I wake up disoriented. I wake up in a haze. That's what I was going to say. I wonder if I almost over stylized it, over trained it, over stylized it. What would I... It's still weird that, like... It really can't do tangential thought, I don't think. Take out autobiography, maybe? Okay, maybe I just like over stylized it. We have... I'm just gonna restart it. Don't like any of it anyway. Okay, it's very different now. So that's really interesting. So that's something I learned. I mean, it's still not that different. Or I over-explained it in the fucking beats. I mean, that's good to know. You can really get it to basically just do one thing and just give you kind of different... It's not like... Yeah. Yeah. And just doing this thing where it was doing before. I like that. That's fun. See, honestly, I think in my mind, this is what I would use it for. I would probably not spend so much time, and I like just reading through it and kind of getting ideas from it, getting little things. Do you remember that one raid where you single-handedly took down that shark smuggler twice your side? You were incredible. I mean, the talking is a problem. It does not do a very good job of the talking. But okay. So that's what we learned. We learned something. It's not like AI art. Yeah, the dialogue is rough. Constantly. I wonder if there's one that has, if there's a way, if someone's discovered a style term that gets like good dialogue. Can I just write good dialogue? What if I put mammoth? Mammoth-esque dialogue? David Mamet dialogue. Let's fucking see what it does with that. Oh, this is gonna be great. Okay. I'm gonna remember that one thing that I liked from this, but it's fine because I'm gonna have a history. I wanna see one. A vengeance. This is like a David Mamet YA novel. That should be my goal. It's not getting it. I gave my guy a last name though, Fisher. Put an and a yeah. A little bit better. And nothing embarrassing so far. Okay, that's a little bad. He picks it up and puts on an Oscar-worthy performance. Hey, Sarge, he exclaims, feigning surprise. A raid? We're on it. He hangs up and shoots me a tense look. The silence between us is palpable. All right, let's get ready. I mean, it's short and to the point. Can it, Fisher? I mean, it's better. It's definitely better than it was. It's not corny, as corny. But it's doing the same thing. Okay, so it's had a... repeating words and rephrasing, lots of filler words and verbal tics. I mean, I love me some Mamet. I love me some fucking Mamet. He writes dialogue like a king. I love how it really sticks to the beat. See, this is the thing. There's got to be some middle ground, because before it wasn't giving me enough detail, so I added more to the beats. But it was adding in some like little new things that I was like, ooh, that's interesting. Oh, I didn't think of that. And now I feel like my beats are too honed in that it's not able to imagine enough. So maybe there's some happy middle ground where you can keep it being imaginative, but you can also give it more. Like, it's literally just rewriting my beats exactly how I wrote them, but making them into prose, which I guess is kind of Remember when you used to sing along to Living on a Prayer at 6 a.m.? I mean, that's what they remember, I guess. And apparently, he won several karaoke competitions in college. I mean, I didn't put that in, so maybe this is great. It's doing exactly what I was saying I wanted it to do. I also won several karaoke championships in college, so maybe it just knew that about me. Actually, I don't think I won any karaoke champions competitions. I just did a lot of karaoke because thank you. Good times. I mean, is it terrible that I'm like, I guess you have to write Mamet and everything. It does not do a good job with Mamet. Oh, and it also did a 5-5 and it kept going. Tension thick as pea soup. We drive through the city in near silence. My heart beats against my chest like a caged bird, desperate for escape. Nice weather, Henry tries in a pathetic attempt at conversation. Yep. It's supposed to rain later. Yeah, not enough buzz, stutters, and starts for my liking, but a little bit better. Not quite as corny. So, interesting. Interesting. This is all I'm going to do now. Maybe I'll just literally put in what you put in. That's how it describes it. Abrupt sentences, lots of short terms, repeating words, lots of filler, rhythm, repetitive copy. So that's what I'm going to do. You know what I should do first, though? Probably save this somewhere. I mean, I don't love it, but I don't want to lose it. Okay, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go. This one's hard, man. I get lost in this shit. You can take a piece of prose and feed it into Claude and ask it to update the dialogue in that style. Maybe I'll do that. Claude Plus, you do it? Will it handle it? Update this excerpt with the following, in the following style. He, maybe it's a she. Probably a good idea to do that instead of, and this is what I was thinking of doing originally when I did this, was that I would get just a base prose and then take it into Claude and work with it there. They need to make a history button for style. Yeah, they do. 100%. Okay, this is closer. This is more high right. God, do I write like Mammoth? I mean, that would make sense. I mean, it's not quite this choppy, but it at least is a lot closer. And I don't stutter that much. I don't stutter in the whatever you call it, this part. What is this part of a book called? Exposition. I don't know. The non-talking, the narration. I don't stutter in the narration. That's a little weird. Grabbing the phone before it wakes him up. Oh my God, it sounds so much like him though. That's crazy. The kissing and Henry and the drinking. I mean, so much drinking. My cheeks are hot, they're burning, and I look over and see Henry sleeping there. It's so peaceful, you know? Crap, I mutter, grabbing the phone before it wakes him up. Hello, Agent Cass, Sergeant Reynolds here. New development, you and Fisher need you for a raid. Like, now. Because Sergeant Reynolds is a 14-year-old. Like, now, you and Fisher, I need you for a raid. Like, now, right now. Yeah, Sarge, sure thing. Try to sound professional, not like this, whatever this is. Now Henry's waking up. His eyes are opening. Bossy mouth, I love this. This is great. Yeah, I took it a little bit beyond what it asks, but I feel like this is easier for me to work with because it's just adding in like it's fleshing it out from very little. This would be much easier for me to work with. It's much more my style. I like this. Oh my God, Ed. Did you just make this easier for me? Love it. I mean, I don't think anyone would say this, but that's fun. It's like really getting dressed, clothes are wrinkled, messy. I grin, small grin. Can it, Fisher? I grin, small grin. Look at each other in agreement. Mission first, then the rest of this mess. Remember living on a prayer, 6 a.m.? I laugh, nervous. Look at him, karaoke champ, right? Hey, I won contest in college, he says. Lighter now, but yeah, the old days. Good times. Smile. Forced. I literally just took out most of the words. Smile. Forced. Feeling. Gnawing in my gut. Are we ruined now after last night? Can we go back? Almost there. Focus up. Right. Nod. Push the worries down. We're a team. Work together. Complications be damned. I mean, in a way, I sort of want to rewrite my whole book like this. Wouldn't that be awful? This is great though. It's literally like very few words and then you have to and then you just expand on all of those words. I could do that. That's fun. All right, it's 8:21. I gotta go eat dinner. This was fun. Does everyone just want to do this from now on? Should we just do this? Should we just write my book together? I'd be cool with that. I mean, if you guys are cool with it, I'd be cool with it if you want to do that. No, next week I think I'm gonna have. I know it is a lot of. I'm getting like really into it. It's so much fun when you get into it. it's like filling something that the art side has been. Well, that's not true. I've been having a lot of fun with the animation stuff too, which it's still doing, probably because I'm streaming right now. Twitch writes a novel. I should. Twitch writes a novel. I should do one on Tuesdays. I can't do it on Tuesdays. We should find another night. Let's figure it out, and then Twitch writes a novel. Great. I love it. Okay. I am going to go now, though. I am going to go, even though this is so much fun. I have to eat dinner. Ed, favorite new person, thank you for helping me and doing this with me. It was such a blast. How much fun is this? This should be a thing. And I will see you next week. I'll probably be doing this, or Coffee Vectors will be on with me and we'll be doing a project together. I don't know. We haven't decided yet. Or I won't be doing it because I'll be preparing for some talk I have to do on Thursday, which I still don't really know what I'm doing for that. So we'll see. But otherwise, I will see you next week. Thank you so much. It was so much fun. I will or will not work on this. I probably won't have time to work before that because my next week is very busy. But I'm going to stop now. Okay, bye. Thank you, guys.